Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiryawan, and today I want to share my top 5 Micro Four Thirds regrets. Intro. So today I want to share my 5 Micro Four Thirds regrets. No. Before you think about anything, I'm not regretting using Micro Four Thirds. No, I love Micro Four Thirds camera system so much. I have plenty of Micro Four Thirds cameras and lenses, and I really enjoy using them. I have no regrets switching to Micro Four Thirds camera. What I want to share is some regrets that happened while I'm on my journey using Micro Four Thirds camera and lenses. If you have your own regrets, please share on the comment down below. Let's have a little bit of discussion, and I want to hear about your thoughts. But anyway, let me share my first regret, which is not to switch to Micro Four Thirds earlier. Yeah, before I was using Micro Four Thirds, I was using Canon DSLR. I have the Canon Rebel T6i or the 650D crop sensor aps-c Canon DSLR, and it was great. Nothing about that camera that I really hate, except that it's a little bit big and bulky. But one day, I saw a video by the late and great David Thorpe talking about Micro Four Thirds cameras and lenses, and that really got my attention because it is smaller, it is more compact, it has lots of great features that are not available on the Canon DSLR, especially the in-body stabilizer, the very fast single autofocus. All of those features really speaks to me, and yeah, I was not thinking about replacing my Canon DSLR, but adding Micro Four Thirds as sort of a supplemental kind of camera system for traveling and for just out and about for fun, and still keeping my DSLR for more important quote-unquote serious photography sessions. Also, back then when you are using Canon aps-c DSLR camera, the thinking was that you will need to eventually switch to full-frame Canon cameras like the 5D, because with full-frame you'll get that professional, high-quality images that you see on the website or on the social media, and not that wimpy-looking image that you are currently taking right now. So yeah, I was hanging on to that thinking for so long, thinking that one day I will switch to a full-frame DSLR. But yeah, as we all know it right now, it's all about the photographer, not about the camera. So yeah, I'm regretting that decision not to switch to Micro Four Thirds earlier, because I think I need to switch to full frame. Now let's talk about the second regret. Second regret is that I sold my Olympus EPL6 thinking that it's inferior compared to my other Micro Four Thirds cameras. So the EPL6 is the second Micro Four Thirds camera that I ever owned. I think it's a great little camera. It has plenty of great features, including articulating screen and also in-body stabilizer from Olympus, which really works well for photography, and also a really reasonable price as well. Anyway, sometime during the 2015, I got the Panasonic Lumix GX8, this guy right here, and it was an even better camera. It's almost like a pro camera in my opinion. All of the features that I'll ever need was in this camera, and I was thinking that the EPL6 now starts to seem like a more kind of inferior camera compared to this guy. It looks wimpy, it looks small, it looks weak. So I sold that guy, and now I have a little bit of that seller remorse right now, because the EPL6 is a small camera, but it's very packed with features, and it's so great. It has all the right balance between size, weight, image quality, and performance. And that's something that's really rare nowadays, especially with Micro Four Thirds going bigger and bigger with larger camera bodies and lenses. Something like the EPL6 really hits the right spot of the original Micro Four Thirds philosophy. So yeah, I was thinking about getting back to the EPL6. I want to try to buy that camera again. but I'm also an advocate of using what I already have. So no, I'm not going to buy the EPL6 anymore, but I will keep in mind, learn from this lesson in the future. Anyway, my third regret is not learning video with Micro Four Thirds cameras earlier. So one of the benefits of using Micro Four Thirds camera, especially Panasonic Lumix Micro Four Thirds cameras, is that they have great video features even for beginner videographer or filmmaker. Back then, I was focusing really hard on photography that I don't really care about video at all. And now thinking about it, I'm regretting that decision a little bit. I should have learned video earlier, because with Panasonic Lumix cameras, even the 1080p resolution video looks really great. The video quality is just nice. There are plenty of features that will make your video look great. And yeah, if I learned video earlier, then I could have documented some of the important moments in my life or some of my travels in video form and make it look nice and a little bit of a variety compared to just having photographs of that moments. So yeah, I should have learned video earlier. Next regret is that I don't use compact setup more often with Micro Four Thirds cameras and lenses. So ever since I got the Panasonic Lumix GX8, which is this guy right here, which is a really great camera, I'm really obsessed about getting the best image quality, getting the best result possible out of my cameras and lenses. And I was so focused on using the Pro f2.8 zooms like the 12 to 35mm f2.8 Panasonic lens, or the 35 to 100mm f2.8, because it's like my obsession to use this lens because of that doctrination of using full frame camera with f2.8 zooms that I got from using my Canon DSLR cameras. So yeah, it gets carried on, and I'm missing out on some great lenses like the small 12 to 32mm or the small Panasonic Lumix 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6 mini telephoto. I was just too focused on using the pro level gear. And now that I started to reduce the usage of those pro level gear and start appreciating smaller and lighter setups, now I kinda think that I really enjoy this more than using that big bulky heavy cameras and lenses. And yeah, I should have done that earlier. All of these smaller, lighter gear, they're not necessarily inferior compared to the pro level lenses and cameras. They're still nice quality, they produce great image quality, they're smaller, they're more compact, they're better for travel. They just don't have that large aperture, and sometimes they don't have stabilizer. That's all. So with Micro Four Thirds, it's okay to explore the smaller little cameras and lenses. They all work fine, just as fine as the pro level camera bodies and lens, and you should do that as well. Next regret is that I didn't tell more people to use Micro Four Thirds cameras. Many people believe that full frame is the way to go as a camera system, and they ended up with large bulky cameras and lenses. And even though today full frame cameras has become smaller, the lenses are still big in my opinion. And when you're traveling with a full frame camera, it's going to be bulky, it's going to be heavy, and more often than not, you will leave your cameras and lenses behind in the hotel and just go out and bring your phone to take pictures. So that's kind of pointless for travel photography. Back then, when I first started with Micro Four Thirds, I still have the thinking that this is only a supplemental camera system. These little cameras and lenses, they won't replace my Canon aps-c DSLR cameras, and in the future I will still purchase a full frame Canon DSLR, because that was the way of thinking. And personally, I was not confident enough with Micro Four Thirds because all of the brainwash that happened inside my head. But after using Micro Four Thirds camera system for almost 10 years now, and after leaving behind my Canon DSLR days and just stay with only Micro Four Thirds as my only camera system for so many years, I can definitely say confidently that Micro Four Thirds is more than good enough for most people, even for professional photographers or professional filmmakers as well, people who make money from photography and video. So yeah, I kind of regret not telling people to use Micro Four Thirds because maybe this is all that they need. Maybe they're just having a little bit of vacation, they're traveling somewhere and they want to bring a small camera. This is the answer right there, Micro Four Thirds cameras and lenses. Maybe they are not a professional photographer, they just like to go out and about, try to take some pictures, try to capture a little bit of video. Micro Four Thirds is also the answer. So yeah, lots of things can be done with just Micro Four Thirds cameras and lenses, and it's more flexible than many people think. Anyway, that's all of my Micro Four Thirds regrets. Hopefully this video has been interesting and entertaining as well. Again, let me know in the comments down below, what are your personal Micro Four Thirds regrets? I want to have a little bit of a discussion. I want to read your comments. Please let me know in the comment down below. Also, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel down below. And if you want to support my channel even further, please consider using the affiliate links on the description or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you and see you on the next video. Goodbye.